Zelda Breath of the Wild is a great game. Amazing game even. But there are things I guarantee you haven't done in the game. Either because it makes absolutely no sense, or because it's just straight up painful. 1. I guarantee you haven't just walked. That's it. Just walked. Whether it's to a tower or to a village, I bet that you have never just not touched the sprint button and taken in the nature. This is for a reason. It's boring as hell. We already all hate stamina, so why would we decide not to use it at all? 2. You've never slept at an inn. Hold on, before you type in the comments that you've always sleep in the comfy bed for the temporary hearts. I guarantee that someone watching this has never slept at an inn, and instead sits down at a campfire for 12 hours at a time because they're a real tough guy. 3. You've never started climbing a cliff in the rain and just given up after the first slip. It is human nature to believe you are better than the game and can overcome the slippery cliff. But if you just give up instantly and go for a hike, then I don't know what to tell you, but that you have a lot more self-control than I do. 4. You have never ridden a horse and gone straight by an enemy without trying to absolutely demolish it and trample it to death. It is human nature to just trample an enemy while riding anything. So if you just ride past the enemy, then you are insane. How can you not want to kill a bokoblin slowly and painfully? 5. When your inventory gets full and you can't grab an item from a chest in a shrine, you have never just left the item there and left the shrine thinking to yourself that it was probably just a shitty shield. And if you have, I am disgusted. 6. When you're walking past the portable inns and there's a dog out front, there's absolutely no chance that you haven't crouched and tried to find a way to pat that dog. Everyone has stood there and pressed every button on their controller because there's no way that the devs made it impossible to pet the dogs, right? 7. You have never passed by the chests in the starting cave where your clothes are. When playing Breath of the Wild, it is too tempting to open any chest. So when you restart the game, you always open that chest and put your ratty little clothing on before leaving. 8. You've never ran around with no pants on. This is different to having no armor at all on, which is already barbaric. But I mean you have a full set of armor and you choose to run around without pants on. This is crazy person behavior. Please put some pants on. 9. You have never watched a speedrunner and not tried to do the speedrunning glitch, like the bullet time bounce or the wind bomb. They are too cool not to try. The introduction to speedrunning glitches is like getting addicted to drugs. Once you start, you won't stop. You'll see a random enemy and think, that's a way for me to get around. I will bounce off his head into the sky. 10. You know those travelers on the side of the roads that are asking you to go over to them and help them or buy items from them? You have never just walked by one of them. You always think that they might be an actual NPC who needs help or is selling a great item. But instead they always turn into a Jaeger member and attack you. You're not alone because everyone talks to them. 11. I bet you haven't ever absolutely embarrassed a Lionel by sending it into the air using a choo-choo jelly. Now this one is very specific, but that makes it that much more special if you have done it. This is the equivalent of pulling the pants down of a Lionel in public, especially because it literally cannot do anything while up there except fall down to the ground graciously. 12. You have never just walked by the apple at the start of the game. You know that one that is sitting next to the old man's campfire? The one that he gets upset about when we take it? Everyone has taken it on their first playthrough. How could they not? It's just sitting there waiting to be taken. I guarantee you took it and instantly regretted it after being scolded by the old man for it, leaving shame and disgrace in your heart and mind. 13. You have never played through the game without dying. Unless you're one of those nutcase speedrunners who do no death any percent, then you definitely died and most likely it was within the first hour of playing the game. Probably from a bokoblin or a guardian because you didn't know what it was. 14. You know the choo-choos that just pop up and bounce right out of the ground no matter where on the map you go? No one has killed every single one of those that they have seen. Like, come on now, it's impossible to be bothered to keep attacking them. Like, I just want to get to my next destination and not be harassed by a horde of translucent blobs that I should get a restraining order against. 15. You have never felt bad for that old man. Ever since he first started talking to me, I never felt bad for him. Pushing me around, thinking he can just wave the paraglider in front of my face and be seen as the victim, I won't allow it. How can anyone feel bad for him? He's dead. His time has already passed, yet he insists that he knows better than me. If you have done some of these things, then leave a like and subscribe. If you haven't done any of these things, also leave a like and subscribe. Thank you all for watching the video.